How are you
3, 2,
doing?
1.
All right, my task this morning is huge. Have to roam around from neighborhood to neighborhood in this coldest temperature. Look at the icicles on the roof from the neighbor's house. See those snow around the area? Underneath the van. Climbing up the stairs. The street is already cleared, but the cars are stuck in the snow. How can they get out of their spot? They have to get rid of the snow from underneath so they can get out from their spot and drive. Ooh, I see the universe again after the 2-day snowstorm. Come join with me and have fun. Grrr, cold. It's really cold here. My hands are starting to get numb.
You know, like the sign says.
I think I'm the only man standing right here. Everybody's snowed in because the temperature is unbearable. Piles of snow in the sidewalks. Just imagine it's been snowing for 48 hours. And more snows are coming, according to news. This is the time of the year that our cell drain fast. So we have to keep it safe from time to time. Excuse me. From time to time, remove the battery from the cell phone and keep it warm in your pocket. Around this time the days are short and nights are longer, and then the sun comes out late, and when it does, it's not hot. This is the time of the year where I stay being lazy. I stay on the bed late and then wake up late. Now I'm heading to the main street. I'll try to check the cars from the car dealers. Look how much snow they got. Wow. That's the car dealer. Okay, this is the main street. So I have to wait for the traffic lights. Okay, there I go. Oh, the sidewalks are covered with snow. So it's very scary right here. There's no way I can go to the park. I have to go back to the back street. It's not safe over here. It's safer at the back street. This is the Eastern Road. That's a car dealer. And another car dealer over there. You can see that building. It's another car dealer. We are surrounded with car dealers in our village. Okay, I'm crossing the street. I'm going back to the back street. I can't proceed to that. It's dangerous because the sidewalks are covered with snow. Now I'm back here at the back street, so it's safer here. I don't know how long this snow will last. Maybe it will take a month or more. Especially if it rains, the water will turn the snow into ice. So they will be hard to get rid of. And it will become more slippery when the snow turns into ice. This car is taller than me. Wow! Look! I see only few cars and I haven't seen even a single person on the street. It's just me. They might think I'm crazy. Oh no. I'm not. This car dealer is, located just at the back of our house. Now I'm heading back to the house. Wow. Where are the people? Oh my gosh. Oh, I see another car. It's a perfect contrast. Black and white. I wish to go closer to the cars, but the snow blocked my way. Look how tall the snow is. Ooh, the cars are buried. They need to hire somebody to clear the snow on their spot. To all my friends who are experiencing, welcome to the world of Nikon. Let me introduce the different parts and functions played by each button, switch, and dial. With the camera in an upright position, let's start with the front parts. Rotate the switch to power the camera on and rotate again to turn it off. Then press the shutter button halfway. That red marker starts the video recording. That's the image sensor. It helps you find the object that you want to capture. This is the exposure compensation button. This is the mode dial. It comprises the 4 exposure options. That letter P is programmed auto exposure, A aperture, auto exposure, shutter, and then M for manual exposure. We're gonna talk about the auto exposure modes in my succeeding videos because my objective this afternoon is the introduction of the different parts and controls of the camera. So there's always time for it in my succeeding videos. Follow me. So don't forget, this is the mode dial. The circle button next to the mode dial is the command dial. What does the command dial do in a camera? In shooting, it controls the f-stop or the shutter speed. The command dial and the mode dial. Now let's proceed to the info button. When you press the info button when you're shooting, it will turn the shooting information screen on and off. It means the display of the screen will turn on and off if you press the info button. That protect button, or the AFL button, interrupts continuous exposure adjustment, locking in the current settings as long as you hold down the button. I'm sorry if some of my words I'm using are technical, but as I've told you earlier, there's always time for every topic of this subject. That playback button is used to toggle picture playback on and off when you view the images captured in the camera. When you turn the camera on, rotate the zoom ring before you take photos to extend the lens. I'm touching now and rotating the zoom lens, and let's check the effect. Wow! We can see the photo now of the previously captured image. So after having powered the camera on, rotate the zoom ring to start the photography session. Press this button so you can rotate the zoom ring. The camera is finally ready for photo shooting. I always make sure that my camera is in the manual mode. It lets me control the shutter speed, the aperture, and the ISO manually. These three settings control the overall quality of the photos. The ISO, the shutter speed, and the aperture. Those are the very important settings of the camera. And these three elements in the digital photography is termed as the exposure triangle. And where can we find them? They are often displayed on the camera screen. The exposure triangle, the shutter speed, the f-stop, and the ISO, or camera sensor sensitivity. Explanation will be on my succeeding videos. The shutter speed is displayed as a fraction. See that 1/160? That's the shutter speed. And the f-stop is represented by F and number. And then the ISO here is 200. We can change the settings from time to time depending on the availability of the light. The exposure triangle, the shutter speed, the f-stop, and the ISO. Make sure to turn the camera off when not in use. The multi-selector or OK button. Just press the outer edges, up and down, left and right, to navigate menus and select the camera settings. Then press OK to lock in your choice of settings. It's equivalent to the Enter button of the computer or the cell phone. That's the Delete button. And then the Release Mode button. The Release Mode button is used to select how you would like to release the shutter. single frame, continuous shots, or a self-timed photo or video. By pressing the release mode button, the different modes are going to display on screen. And to pick your choice, press the multi-selector or the OK button. I'm showing you the different buttons at the back of the camera. Just keep on clicking, but be careful of the delete button. If you don't believe that you can do a thing by exploring, then you can't learn. Curiosity makes us more receptive for learning, and that as we learn, we enjoy the sensation of learning. Curiosity makes learning more effective and enjoyable. Harness your skill by exploring or by being curious. Keep honing. Don't give up. Keep going. It seems difficult only at the start. But if you are determined, then you'll get there.
Three, two, one.
The focal length of the camera is usually expressed in millimeter. In the case of zoom lenses, both the minimum and the maximum focal lengths are stated. In here, I'm using the 18 and 55. 18 as the minimum and 55 as the maximum, depending on the kind of lens you are going to use.
Three, two, one.
That's the viewfinder. The live view switch. Use the switch live view on and off. Shoot with a viewfinder. It's easier to track the subject. That red marker helps track the subject and keeps the subject in focus. I switch to live view, then turn it off. This is how it looks like when the live view is off. You can see the images from the viewfinder. But if you turn the live view back on, the viewfinder turns dark. And you'll not be able to see the images anymore. I'm showing you right now the memory card slot. the battery chamber. In removing the battery, unlock the cover first. Then push that yellow lock to the side. And now you can remove the battery easily. Let's move to the connection port. This is intended for the external flash bulb. The flash button. The internal flash bulb. I'll try to put the external flash bulb. So, this is the external flash bulb. Simply insert the base of the external flash bulb to the slot. Now it's in place. To use the flash bulb, start with the flash button. Then click the shutter. Now I got me! Now let's talk about the different lenses that a photographer is using. In here, I'm using the wide-angle lens with the focal length of 18, the minimum, and 55, the maximum. What are the types of camera lenses? We have the macro lenses, telephoto, wide-angle, standard lenses, and specialty lenses. I'm showing now my 70 millimeters to 300 millimeters lens. This is a telephoto lens that has a zoom function. This is good for travel, candid and portrait shots, and for the wildlife as well. Let me change the lens from wide angle to telephoto. The front part of the lens. And the back part. This is another telephoto lens with a focal length of 55 millimeters. It's made from Japan. The macro lens. Macro lens is a special type of camera lens. What is this for? Used for extreme close-up photos. For small subjects like insects and any other tiny objects. These are the lenses that I'm using. The type of lens you're gonna use in shooting depends upon on your specialty or which type of photography you're in. Now let's have a short review on the different buttons at the back of the camera. Keep going. Hear me in few seconds.
Three, two, one.
The LCD screen. The info button, the playback button, menu, image quality button, the OK button, zoom in and zoom out button, and the delete button. The camera diopter, used to adjust the camera viewfinder to suit the eyes of the photographer. Before I forget, please consider subscribing and watching my videos. Just search for my name, Lourdes Hairston, and subscribe, watch, learn, and share. Thank you. More. Thank you. Thank you. The camera is back. On display is the exposure triangle. From the left is the shutter speed, then the f-stop and ISO. I'm gonna show you now how the multi-sector or the OK button works. That red marker, as I mentioned earlier, helps keep the subject in focus. The lens release button. This engages the lens from the body of the camera. Press and remove the lens. It's easy. I wish I have somebody here to assist me. This time I'm going to remove my lens and replace with another lens. This is how the camera looks like without the lens. I'm showing you now how to attach the new lens. This is the base of the lens. A new lens is in place. Ready to go! To recapitulate, the most important settings of the camera are the ISO, shutter speed, and the f-stop. That would be all for the parts and controls of the camera. I'm a Lumina editor. Welcome to Luminar 2018 edition.
Ready, go!
The Luminar 2018 edition. To start, click the open image. After clicking, it will give you the options. We have here the different locations of the photos. To pick your photo to be edited, click the location. See the folders on display now. I'm selecting from the folders. After having selected the photo, click twice. And the photo you have selected will be uploaded to the working area of the Luminar. I call this a working area. After the photo has been uploaded, start editing. But we can't start the journey without getting familiar with the different functions of each application. So come join with me in this journey. This is part of the work area, technically known the workspace. All of the necessary materials for editing are placed in the workspace. Just imagine a room with pencils, crayons, paints, brushes, and any other tools that an artist needs. For the manual mode, which I highly recommend, start by clicking the Add Filters. After having clicked, the necessary tools are displayed. Come, follow me. The tools are categorized according to its functions. All right, eyes here, please. I'll bring your eyes to the different categories. More at the bottom. When ready for the editing, just click Add Filters. Now I'm selecting. Just click twice for the application you wish to apply, for example, the tone. You can see now at the workspace the different functions of the tone. Give me your eyes again and follow me. These are the different functions of the tones. You can adjust them according to your desired target. To increase, move the button to the right, and to decrease, move to the left. As simple as that. Now I'm selecting another application. Clarity. If you wish to apply your selected application to the whole photo, just drag the button, either going to the left or right. Just remember, dragging to the right will maximize the effect. To the left will minimize the effect. I'm pointing the arrow to the brush function. If you wish to apply the application to the selected area of the photo only, use this paint brush. To activate the brush, click twice. Then paint the area you want to improve. In the brush mode now. That's all for now for the manual mode of editing the photos. But don't worry, because on my next videos, I'm going to show a detailed photo editing processes. Now let's shift our mind to the automatic mode. Just like the camera, the photo editor has its manual and automatic modes. I'm showing you the different categories of the automatic mode. Just click Categories, and the automatic applications are displayed according to its category. By the way, the technical term for the automatic editing mode is presets. And these are the different categories of the presets. We have the basic, dramatic, outdoor, travel, portrait, street, experimental, atomic colors, aerial inspired. I mentioned this already. Metro Tokyo, raw developed, portrait, winter, summer. So those are among the categories of the presets photos. And there's a lot of choice under each category. For example, under experimental category, here are the choices. Here are the choices. Deep sunset, day for night dark. This time, I'm gonna try the deep sunset. Wow, this is the effect. It changes the image. It's nice. If you want to undo, you can undo by clicking the undo button at the top. That's it. And now, the image is back to normal. There are also special tools to enhance the photos. Just look for the tool button and click. Okay, I found it here. Click. So here are the tools to enhance the photos. You can crop, you can erase, and you can transform. After editing, click Done. I'm trying another preset. And I pick Aragon. Yeah, Aragon color. Here's the result. Please stand by for the presentation of my photography outputs.
Three, two, one.
Taken from the Philadelphia Zoo. At the backyard. At the zoo. At the park. The beautiful dandelion. At the school facade. Back to the zoo. Then to the park. At the campsite in New Jersey. Watching the car show. The Atlantic City, New Jersey. I'm bringing you back to the park. At home. At the backyard. Welcome to the park again. What is he doing here? At the backyard again. At the zoo. Car photography. Please consider subscribing and watching, and I'm inviting you to watch more of my videos. Bye for now. This is Lourdes Hairston. See ya in my next videos. I appreciate your time.